All right, Sistas fans, we're going to TVLine for their weekly recap of Sistas. This week, Andy Swift yet again brings another recap article. I will leave a link in the comment section below. Sistas recap: Fatima's plan to free Zach hits a major roadblock. At this point, it'll take a miracle to keep Sistas Zach from serving a lengthy prison sentence. Maybe a miracle or a lazy plot twist. We'll settle for either. Not gonna lie, I feel like we all feel the same way. If they can make an ass pull of putting Zach on probation, they can get him out. Not only did this week's episode reveal that Zach was put back on probation for failing to pay child support, but he's looking at a minimum of 10 to 15 for assaulting Hayden. This, of course, was news to Zach, who claims he had no idea that you can sue someone for assault. Come to think of it, that gives me an idea for the perfect legal loophole. Your Honor, you can't put this man in prison. He has the mental capacity of a minor. Now, while that's, a bit, I guess you could say, harsh, it does seem to be like, I get it, when Zach and Fatima are in scenes, it's more comedic, probably in the tone of what their spinoff is going to be. But to make Zach that ignorant to, wait, somebody can press charges for me assaulting them? I don't know. Anyway, I have no doubt that this show will find some way to free Zach. I just hope it's sooner rather than later. The lighting in that room isn't flattering to anyone. Meh. Doesn't really bother me. Elsewhere in the Sistas verse, as if recruiting Hayden as his little spy wasn't enough, Gary bought a professional grade telescope with which to peer into Andy's penthouse like the cartoon villain that he is. Okay, that line is funny. And he got quite an eyeful when Robin dropped by. He's giving her back shots? That ain't right, in quotation marks. Sadly, this means Hayden also knows that Robin isn't really gay, something he never should have believed in the first place. As Gary reminded him, you're a lawyer. You should know when someone's lying. You'd think by now Gary would know that everyone else at the firm does the real work. Andy, Fatima, and Hayden are just there to bring the drama, and we thank them for that. But also, yeah, Gary did tell Hayden that Robin and Andy were having sex, but at the same time, he didn't explain to Hayden how he knew that. I mean, to be completely honest, with Gary and Hayden both being creepers, I'm surprised he didn't just say, I have a telescope. Seriously, I'm honestly surprised he didn't say that. Okay, Karen and Aaron's trip to Pound Town was rudely interrupted by the former's nosy friends, who barely even knocked on the door before barging in and seeing someone tearing that ass up. You really have to appreciate Danny's eloquence sometimes. And things only got messier when Karen confirmed to the girls that she doesn't know if the baby is Zach's or Aaron's. To which Danny again just knew just what to say. What kind of Maury Povich shit is this? Danny later cut the tension in the room by accidentally spilling the news about Bio being a prince. At which point Sabrina immediately regretted making Danny get up early for this. But to be completely honest, Sabrina didn't even need to be there, because what did she really bring to the conversation? Alright. Calvin turned down Q's offer for a good time. It doesn't mean you're gay, it just means that you like to get freaked. But that wasn't the end of their love story. No, sir. Maurice returned home to find Q in his bed wearing nothing but his underwear and socks. And with Calvin face planted directly in his lap, the two buckets of vomit corroborated Q's story about Calvin getting sick and passing out. But that doesn't quite explain why Q was practically naked. Just kidding, no excuse needed. Okay, let's talk. How do you predict the show will somehow free Zach? #free Zach. Is Karen a saint for not murdering her interrupting friends? And is Calvin really 100% straight? Now, yeah, this article pretty much, does the usual by breaking it down as simple as possible while getting all the major points across. Like I said, yeah, Calvin, at this point, there is no reason at all for Tyler to try to get him and Sabrina back together. No, just don't do it. Yeah, like I said before, I'm actually surprised that Gary didn't just tell Hayden about the telescope thing. Seriously, they're both creepy, so why not just tell him? That's how I know. Maybe he just figured it wasn't worth his time, given how Hayden easily believed Robin's lie. It's like, you're a lawyer, you should tell when people are lying to you. And Hayden was just so caught up in himself, man. He wanted me. And then Gary hung up the phone on his ass. So, yeah. What do you think of this article? Like I said, I really enjoy these. These are funny. Check it out for yourself. I'll leave a link in the comment section below. And like and subscribe. As always, I appreciate the support on the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video.